Voting isn't a favor you do for politicians. It is the duty you do for yourself and generations yet unborn. Good morning, Nigeria, and welcome to The Agenda. I am Chike Obogu. We're driving into a timely topic as we look ahead of the 2027 elections. And our focus, 2027 election preparation and political reforms. We'll be discussing early moves towards credible polls, party structures, and citizen engagement. So joining me in the studio is a distinguished guest, a renewed hope ambassador, a member of the All Progressives Congress. He's a stakeholder there. He's also an aspirant for the State House of Assembly seat for Oyo Ibadan North Constituency 2 in the 2027 elections. Honorable Larry Jinodu, it's good to have you on the agenda this morning.
Good morning, sir.
And I love your trademark cap style. I don't know if it's to the left or to the right or you're just standing. What do you call this in Yoruba land?
Oh, lovely. I thank God that you know every cap
Has
worn
a
by a
meaning.
Yoruba man
Yeah.
has a meaning.
Yes.
Kele no shonu.
Kele nu shonu.
Mind your business.
Oh, this is mind your business cap. Okay, this is style. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your own has a name.
My own?
Yeah.
What's the name?
Gobi.
What's the meaning of Gobi?
We'll talk about that because you don't want to know.
Interesting. Well, before we jump in, let's set the stage. With the 2027 general elections still over a year away, there's already buzz about preparations. We're talking about ensuring credible polls, strengthening party structures, and even boosting citizen involvement. Honorable Larry Jinodu, as a key figure of the APC, what's your take on why we need to start these conversations at this time?
Well, thank you. Good morning, Nigeria. I wish us all well and beautiful day. We need to start this conversation now because there are so many misconceptions flying all about. You know, APC, the ruling party, is today the only formidable party in Nigeria. I stand to be corrected.
Formidable party.
By all intent and purposes, APC is the only vibrant, formidable party in Nigeria. Others are just bystanders. And they
Are you
want
saying
to,
this based on the fact that the APC got some members, especially some governors, by political maneuvering or
No.
by fiat?
No. You see, I was just trying to let you into my main issue.
Okay.
Because you can see what just happened, what just played out with the Abuja municipal election. Political parties in Nigeria now, aside from the ruling party, are not ready for the 2027 election. They are still scrambling. Their house is not in order. And you want to compete against a party that has been preparing for the 2027 election on the day the president was sworn in. How do you match that? And when you now lose an election, you now start crying wolf. It is not done. So the narrative has to be clear. Elections are not won on the media, on the social media. Elections are won on the ground with strategy and planning.
You talked about planning for the next election from the day Mr. President was sworn in.
Exactly.
Is that not some distraction that Mr. President went all about politicking, not governance?
When I made that comment, the question should have been how. I believe when Mr. President made promises, he made promises to Nigeria. And he wants Nigerians to, check him down the line of his promises when he wants to ask for another vote. And that, working on his promises, has been the main cardinal of his campaign for 2027. Because it will be based on performances. Check it out. He promised student loan. Is he not giving? He promised every other thing he has promised, he's been doing. The ones he's yet to fulfill, they are working on it. You understand? He promised us that we are going to have alternative to petrol.
Okay.
We've had CNG working. He promised us consumer credit. We've had all those ones working. So many lofty ideas. Look at, for the first time in history, we've had a project that has been abandoned during the Shagari era. It was just a conceived idea. I'm talking about the coastal road, Lagos to Calabar. Those are wonderful projects, and that is why I always describe Mr. President in a very simple manner. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a pragmatic leader of our time.
You mentioned some of the promises Mr. President has made.
Yes.
And then you're reeling these things out. Many of these promises he made were just to consolidate on the preconceived projects by his predecessors, as it were. Now, when you look at what runs the economy that Mr. President has promised us, especially with the mantra, "Elle lo font qu'on balaie."
Yeah.
He talked about that when he was talking about the issue of petrol.
Yeah.
The petrol price has soared. When he came into power, petrol was less than 200 naira.
Yeah.
But he came into power, it skyrocketed to 500 naira that same day, May 29, 2023. And today, we buy petrol at 825 naira plus. That's one promise failed. Another one, he promised Nigerians of steady power supply. Nigerians are crying today that production is even far-fetched because without electricity, you can't produce. That is another promise that is not fulfilled. When you look at the economy, Mr. President and his team say the economy has bounced back. We are out of the woods. However,
Definitely.
the purchasing power is not there. Mr. President made the dollar at about 430 something naira to a dollar. But today, the dollar is 1,500. Now, okay, now we have 1,380, 1,350 per dollar.
Yeah.
Now, is that the promise fulfilled? Some of these things that drive the economy have not been fulfilled by Mr. President. Insecurity. Part of the things he said, he was going to crush insecurity. Today, we have, in fact, we had a story of a GOC being ambushed by terrorists. In this administration, we have changed names of terrorists to bandits, not calling them who they are. Now, has Mr. President fulfilled his promise on security, economy,
He
power?
actually changed the name of terrorist from bandit to terrorist.
From terrorists to bandits.
From bandit, he is the one that changed it from bandit.
They are bandits now. Even people who go to towns and kill people are now called bandits, no more terrorists.
Before 2023 election, before Mr. President was sworn in 2023, Nigeria, we all know, was bedeviled by so many problems. A major of it was our economic problem. And our economic problem was so obvious that we all knew then that the economy could crumble at any point in time. And when Mr. President came, he had to take the bull by the horn. He braced up and did what could bring us back to life. And definitely, all those actions he took would definitely have the repercussion, because the consequences of maladministration of the past, we have to pay for it.
Even the past that was under an APC-led administration.
Sir, the The problem with Nigeria didn't start in 2019, didn't start in 2015. These were protracted problems over decades that we left unchecked. And that was maladministration over time for over 30, 40 years. And in order to solve all these problems, the president had to come out clean and say, look, we have to face our problems. Major of our problem was the cancer that was eating into our economy, and that is the fuel subsidy. And it was not only fuel subsidy. We were living on denial of our problems in Nigeria because we were living fake life. Our previous administrations, they were, creating an image of a country that we do not have because Nigeria was broke. I could remember during Jonathan era, Jonathan, Minister for Finance then, I think Remi Babalola, goofed on air at a national conference that, look, NNPC is broke. Please, if NNPC is broke, who is broke? Nigeria is broke because the NNPC is our cash cow. Now, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in and said, look, we have to face the bull by the horn. We have to be truthful to ourselves. We cannot go on doing fuel subsidy, subsidizing our fuel only for some few people, few privileged Nigerians to be making billions of naira off the sweat of every other Nigerians, and even taking the fuel to the neighboring countries. We could not continue with this, and I'm happy that all the contestants during the 2023 election mentioned this. Not only fuel subsidy, Nigeria was subsidizing naira against the dollar. We were not just subsidizing with our resources, we were borrowing to subsidize. Who does that? How do you sustain an economy in such manner? Naira was at a level of value that it does not merit. And in order for the economy to move on, we need to be realistic with ourselves.
So you're saying Asiwaju is doing the right thing now?
My brother, Asiwaju came in, met Nigeria's economy. It's like a patient in the ICU. Nigeria's economy was in the ICU, taking life support.
So apparently, Buhari's regime swung Nigeria into the ICU.
It was not only Buhari's regime.
No, before Buhari's regime, Nigeria was on the hospital bed.
Buhari regime neglected the bad situation in Meton.
No, what I mean
it's like an alien patient.
Yes.
That you notice that, okay, this patient has cancer, and you were treating a headache.
Was there a treatment at all during Buhari's regime?
Of course, there was some treatment, but it didn't go directly to the main issue.
So it means he wasn't treating the right thing.
He was not treating the right thing.
So the patient was...
He was busy treating...
He was plunging the patient into coma.
The patient was already on the verge of death. And when Buhari came in, it was just like meeting a patient, sweating, and saying, oh, okay, it's malaria, give him. But whereas the patient had a cancer eating deep into the system. And the old treatment he was given was not sufficient to revive the patient.
We'll continue this discussion, but we'll have to go on this break. And when we come back, more talking points on the agenda. Dear listener, I'll read your messages later in the show. You can tweet at us on the app X at DominionCast. We're with Honorable Larry Jinadu discussing 2027 election preparations. Stick around, don't go away.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live? Like never before. Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram @Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast, your channel of choice.
All right, welcome back from that break. We're with Honorable Lanre Jinadu discussing 2027 election preparations. So let's start with credible polls. Honorable, what early moves is the government or INEC making right now to ensure transparency and fairness using the FCT polls as a case study?
Thank you. I think by my own rating, INEC is ready for the election, for 2027 election. I know their funds are being released to them for them to have an effective management. And at the same time, we can't talk about their preparation without talking about the newly passed, signed law, or electoral law, electoral bill.
That's where we're heading to,
yes.
Especially when it comes to technology.
Yes. So you can see that for those who are crying that the president had to sign hurriedly, the president didn't do anything hurriedly just to fulfill his own desire. He had to meet up with the timing of INEC for every other legislative work to have been completed as far as INEC is concerned. So at the legislative side and the government releasing funding and the INEC being set with the headship of the new INEC chairman, Professor Amokwito, I think they are ready. Forget about all the shenanigans of weak oppositions that are not showing any seriousness, or all they want to do is just to continue to make noise while the ruling party is busy working assiduously to fulfill all the promises and even doing the proper planning to ensure that the party wins the 2027 election.
Now, still talking about the preparation, especially from the INEC point of view, do you think e-voting, full e-voting, electronic voting is feasible in 2027?
By all understanding now, from what we have in the bill that has just been signed to law, it is not feasible.
Why?
The Americans that gave us democracy, Americans are #1 democratic nation today. Ask them if they do full electronic voting. Do they? But what we have done And I give kudos to the National Assembly, headed by Senator Godson Akpabio. They did a very wonderful job. Forget about the noise. In our peculiar environment, even America that has everything working for them, they have not only Americans, major democratic nations of the world, even in UK, they don't do 100%. Nowhere that is done.
So if Nigeria does 100% e-voting, would there be a problem?
Are we ripe enough?
Can't we
By
be ripe?
virtue of our infrastructure?
Can't we be ripe?
When the time is ripe for us, we will get there.
Why are we not ripe?
Because of our failing infrastructures.
Is the APC scared of anything?
Not at all.
Endorsing full e-voting?
Not at all.
Because if you can send money from your accounts, from your home,
How
that
is it?
E.
How
That
is
is
it?
E.
How easy has that been done?
Has it ever disappointed you?
Definitely.
How many times?
You can't, as a Nigerian, you must have experienced it.
So now,
Elections your money will be deducted, and the person at the other end that is supposed to receive will tell you
He has not seen the money.
he has not seen the money.
Now, that is just one off. That's one off.
It's not one-off.
Now,
It's a general
the
problem.
question now is-
Or even all over the country. Are you saying the whole country is fully covered
So this is it.
by the networks?
Our elections are usually held every 4 years.
Yes.
So is it that INEC goes to sleep and wakes up a year or months to the election to prepare for elections? Shouldn't they start preparing for the next election after an election?
It is not the work of INEC.
INEC can go in collaboration with telecom
It
networks.
is not the work of INEC to deal with infrastructure. And mind you, we have vandalization problem with all these infrastructures even our electricity.
But these are excuses that can be fixed.
Most of the problems our electricity supply is facing now, when you hear national grid breaking down, they are works of vandalizers. They are works of saboteurs. So how do you not prepare for any eventualities? There is no perfection in this world.
We're not saying it's going to be perfect.
There is no perfection.
But at least let us do something 90%.
Sir,
Let's start it.
We are trying to run before crawling.
Oh.
Yes.
If you say we're trying to run before crawling, then we
Yes.
shouldn't be using automated teller machines, ATMs.
No. Those are normal developmental growth. We were moving in phases. If America, that is our model of democracy, if Britain, that is our model of democracy, if Yugoslavia, if big democratic nations of the world, if they have that improviso, that look, we can't go 100%. What has Nigeria gotten to convince us that, okay, let me give you an example. One of the few nations that does 100% e-voting is, I think, Brazil. And today, their election is still having problems. But in Nigeria, we want to safeguard our election so that we will not throw it to unnecessary litigations at the end of the day.
Okay, so when we talk about e-voting here, I think it's very straightforward and simple. You do the manual voting.
Yes.
And then when you're going to upload to the IREF,
Yeah.
then you upload via your
They
phone.
did the same thing with.
So don't you feel it sounds funny that people are at the polling unit using their phones, checking updates through the internet, and the presiding officer is telling you that there's no network to upload to the IREF? Isn't that funny?
you see,
Except there's something fishy.
let me take you freshly
Okay.
into Abuja, the just concluded Abuja local government election.
All right.
INEC told us that they did 92% uploading.
Even with discrepancies on some ballot papers we saw from EC8,
Sir,
EC8A.
sorry, You see, I will behold on you, journalists, to do thorough investigation.
Yeah.
Those ones that are flying, I've seen only one.
Okay.
And the one that you are talking about, you could see that there is a distortion, a cancellation, and at the bottom of it, where the total figure of votes counted, there was no alteration. You see, all these things is like an opposition trying to, fabricate lies to paint the ruling party in a bad light. The reason why I'm taking it on you, journalists, is that make thorough investigation. Go back to INEC online website. Go and check if that particular paper that you have seen in the public glare actually reflect that alteration. You have not done that. But all you are just doing is flowing with the tide. You've only seen any silly person can come up with any
document.
Any document.
Okay.
So does that make it tenable?
Okay. So
When is that done?
Let's move.
Journalists should do right
Due diligence.
due diligence.
All right. Let's move on because of our time, Honorable Jinodu. Let's look at party structures. Now, internally, for the APC,
Yeah.
how is the APC preparing for the 2027 elections internally?
At the national level,
Because I can see you are blushing.
of course, we are all set.
Okay.
At the national level, there were never issues. Even when we wanted to change, when the former chairman resigned and we wanted to replace him, it was so smooth. But at the state level, we will not deny our previous issues at the state level. But now, I can assure you that all those ones in Oyo State, all our crises are a thing of the past.
We're still coming to Oyo State.
Yes.
Because Oyo
So
State
we are
is becoming very interesting.
APC is a toast. You can see we are the beautiful bride. We are the toast of all the governors. They all want to come on board. Anybody crying wolf, why is it an inducement? Is it no? They are all they are insiders. They know what the president is doing to revive the economy. President rescued Nigeria from the verge of collapse, and they know what he's doing. If governors were before now begging the former president to bail them out, which we all saw, now they have surplus. Even our own governor here doesn't know how to spend money. He spends on frivolities.
Frivolities?
Yes.
How?
Go and check all his projects. A governor that is leaving all viable things that will bring succor to the people.
Things like what?
Yet undone. And busy talking about expanding the government house, even decided to build a hall inside the government house as if there is no hall there. I mean, we need to do impactful projects, not just
Has the
playing to the
governor
gallery.
not done some impactful projects in the past 7 years?
Of course, I recognize the very lovely ones that
You
have
seem
done.
to have issues with the governor.
I
of Oyo
don't.
State.
I don't have issues.
I remember
with
there
him.
was a time
I
you
have-
called him a land grabber.
I have issues with development of Oyo State.
There was a
I'm
time you called him
passionate.
a land grabber.
I'm a son of the soil. Omo Obadonimi. I'm passionate about my state and my town, and anything that will, put us in jeopardy, I don't want.
Let's get back to the APC. You said the APC is set.
Very well.
Very set.
Very well.
States and words and
national.
all that. Very set.
You can see that we have just, at the state level, we did our rally, our unity rally,
Yeah.
to tell the whole world. That's when you saw that most of the
Major players.
major players that were in disagreement before are now together.
We're coming to that.
Yeah.
We're coming to that. The All Progressives Congress in Nigeria conducted world congresses and related local government congresses this month as part of preparations for its national convention, with most reports indicating largely peaceful processes across many states through consensus or orderly exercise. However, violent incidents were reported in a few locations. If you look at Ondo State, significant violence occurred during World Congresses on or around February 18, 2026, particularly in Idonre local government area, including areas like Odode Idonre. Reports indicate at least 2 people were killed, APC World Congress. Several injured, some sources mention 5 or even more. A vehicle set ablaze and attacks involving gunshots and suspected political thugs. Additional clashes were noted in parts of Akure North local government area, especially somewhere around Iju. Police arrested 10 suspects in connection with the violence, and the state governor condemned it while ordering arrests. Some accounts describe it as deadly, with injuries including to the brother of the state APC chairman. Let's move to Delta State. Violence was reported during local government congresses in February 21, 2026, specifically in Etiop West local government area, including Ogara and Orefe and Ovada village. Incidents involved gunmen attacks on Congress venues, gunfire, including an attack on a federal lawmaker, Eriatake Ibori Suenu, and her supporters. Chaos from a last-minute venue relocation, multiple injuries, and people receiving hospital treatments. Though the state APC chapter denied widespread violence in Delta State, calling claims false or exaggerated. It was described as isolated in some broader reports. But when you have states like Benue, Enugu, Edo, Cross River, Lagos, Oyo, these states recorded peaceful congresses. Although factional tensions were there, but without confirmed violence or even minor disputes. But no widespread or confirmed violent ward-level incidents matching the query's criteria. But these appear to be the primary documented cases of violence tied to the 2026 APC ward and the closely related local government area congresses, based on recent news coverage. Now, are these parts of the preparation of the APC ahead of 2027? Because when you look at it, ordinary ward congresses, there is violence.
Don't call it ordinary, sir.
In some places. Now, if you look at it from this angle, many of these governors joined the APC that had a structure and now hijacking the structure and becoming the leader. Invariably, some have said, critics have said, that there may be implosion in the APC ahead of 2027 elections, especially power play within states, wards, and local governments. What's your take on this?
Unfortunately, I'll commensurate with the loss of lives in Ondo State and probably Delta. That being as it is, crises stem from disagreement on the basis of interest. And that's where you have human factor coming in. Because as human beings, we always want to win every argument. But there are reasons for us all as natural animals in human skin to always disagree to agree. And I think Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu already envisaged any hiccups. Though luckily we have skirmishes, because if you have all over the country, we've seen some other political party that could not even hold their own congresses successfully. But where we have skirmishes, maybe 2 or 3 states where there are obvious disagreements. You know that we are very, very lucky and our house is in order. If this is the level of crisis that is still being brought under control. And the president already envisaged such. That is why I think towards the end of last year, he constituted a conflict resolution committee, so that where we have issues, it will be very easy for them to, resolve all these issues. So being that as it is, I believe the ruling party, APC, of which I'm a stakeholder, we are set for 2027 election because some of the major steps towards solidifying our base is what we are doing now. And when you said earlier that ordinary world congresses, mind you, that's the grassroots politics, and that's the foundation, that's the foothold of any political party. So world congresses are not ordinary. The president he came from a ward before he became the president. The president will still, at any point he goes back to Lagos, will go and hold meeting.
Okay, so I take it back. The most important election.
All important.
Yeah, that's
the
World
bedrock.
Congress. So I take it back. It's not ordinary. All right. So we've covered credible polls. We've looked at party structure. Now, citizen engagement. Are citizens really enthusiastic about elections anymore? We've seen voter apathy in recent times. You are from Ibadan North Federal Constituency.
Yes.
There was voter apathy during the election. Ibadan North that has over 300,000 residents. The winner of the last election, the by-election, won by only 18,000 votes. The level of voter apathy is increasing. Even in the just concluded FCT elections, there was absolute voter apathy. And now, do you think the people are, do they have confidence in the system? Do you think people would come out to engage themselves in their dutiful franchise ahead of 2027 elections?
Thank you very much for that all-important question. I will take it back to all Nigerians. We are all stakeholders in the Project Nigeria. Project Nigeria for the development and progress of this country. I think every other stakeholders are just leaving it to the political party alone to be the one doing the enlightenment. We have church leaders, we have mosque leaders, we have places of worship that are supposed to be enlightening their worshippers. Because when people listen to sermon, that is when they are reawakened. So we expect everyone that believes in the progress of this country to partake in enlightenment about the election, forthcoming election. And on our own part, as a political party, we are doing much more enough. Yesterday, I still took some people to INEC office in Ibadan, INEC head office in Ibadan, to go and do their registration. To go and do their voters card registration.
This ongoing
voters registration. CVR. I still took some people there. I spent most part of my day yesterday at the INEC office.
So you are doing your own part?
We are doing our own part greatly. But we expect every other stakeholders to continue in this
Because
drive.
of our time, let's come to Oyo State politics. The APC in Oyo State.
Yes.
There was the Unity Rally where you had Chief Adebayo Adelabu, who is the Minister of Power.
Yes.
You had Oloye Teslim Kolawole Folarin. And
That's the renewed hope
the
ambassador
renewed
of
hope
Oyo State.
ambassador Oyo State.
Yes.
And then you had other big wigs in the party
Yeah.
come together, devoid of what has happened in the past, to form a new APC in Oyo State.
We are not forming a new APC.
What I mean by new APC is a unified APC. That's the new APC. Because the APC before was divided. It was fractured. Now you have an APC
We are
that is
we
together.
are rejuvenated.
You are rejuvenated.
Yes,
But
not a
now,
new
talking
party.
about the rejuvenation, let's hit it straight now.
Yeah.
If Chief Bayo Adelabu is being picked to become the gubernatorial candidate of the APC,
Yes.
do you think a Teslim Folarin will support him? If Teslim is being picked, do you think an Adelabu will support? Or do you think the APC needs a neutral person to become the gubernatorial candidate of the party ahead of 2027 if you win the elections?
See, the angle you are bringing your question is funny, and I know where you are going.
I'm not going anywhere. We're discussing.
You are getting somewhere.
Okay.
We are all getting somewhere.
Take me there.
Yeah. Now, Oyo State APC, everybody now, today, as we are speaking in Oyo State, are focused on revamping the party
Okay.
and making the party stronger. Individual interest is now put aside. But collective bargain to ensure that we've been out of government for over 6 years. Who loves to have that to happen again? And this only happened due to our internal crisis. That was how we gave our Agbonje wa Folongboje, Agberan wa Folongboje. You know, like they used to say, that it's like throwing the meat to the cat. And now, what we have now is a joint effort by all the major stakeholders you have mentioned. In APC today, it is about the progress of the party.
Right.
It is no longer an individual thing. We are working collectively in unison. That's why you saw us all during the rally, the unity rally.
Yeah.
Even before the unity rally, I think on several occasions, the perceived feelings of the public was already being corrected, because on several occasions we've seen
What if that was a make-believe?
We've
Trying
seen,
to make the
we've
public
seen,
believe
we've
this
seen,
is true.
we've seen the Renewable Hope ambassador in Oyo State, our Senator Teslim Folarin. He has paid visit to
Chief Bayo Adelabu.
Chief Bayo Adelabu, and Chief Bayo Adelabu embraced him. My Egbon, Ekabo.
What if
He
they are
went
for
back
the
to his
optics?
own house.
Many have said it's for the optics.
Did you?
Many have said that it's for the optics.
My brother, before now,
They also visited Chief
before,
Mrs. Ajimobi.
before now, was there something like that?
There was none like that.
That these are welcome development.
Just to
These
please
are,
Mr. President.
These are development that are throwing the camps of our opponents in desire.
Is that not just to please Mr. President?
No.
Because
We
Mr.
are-
President gave a mandate.
We are telling you, everybody, because when you have the people of Oyo State beckoning to us, that APC, please come and rescue us from this one chance government that we have entered.
Which one is the one chance?
Yeah, the governor on the seat now is one chance government.
What's
now.
the governor? Who's governor?
Governor Seyi Makinde is a one chance governor now. when what you got is not what you bargained for.
Oh, what you ordered versus what you...
What? Thank you. What
that
you
what you
ordered?
mean?
Yes, people of Oyo State are already talking. They are beckoning at APC in Oyo State. Dákun ẹ gbà wá o. Ẹ̀yin lẹ kó wá sí gbogbo yọ́yọ́. Ẹ̀yin náà tún lè yín tó. I mean, put your house in order and rescue us from this one chance.
Your party is going to go through a consensus or a direct primary. So delegates Congress is out of it at this time.
That's as contained in the
new law.
in
So
the new law.
no largesse for delegates this time around. It's going to be direct primaries, and it's going to be...
I think the National Assembly, in their wisdom, noticed that this has become a cash cow for some people, and people were taking advantage of it. I give kudos to them.
Okay.
That's why all these amendments.
So I want to put you on the spot now.
People are not
before we
that.
move. I want to put you on the spot now. If it's going to be a direct primary and a consensus, who would that consensus be as a candidate for your party from you? If you were the one to choose now, who would be your consensus candidate?
Let me tell you with all sense of
Sincerity. Okay.
I know today in Oyo State, if APC presents Adebayo Adelabu, if APC presents
Oloye Teslim
Folani, if APC presents our Senator Sharafadin Ali, if APC presents Senator Buhari, if APC presents
Dr.
Adeduton, there is no candidate presented by APC that will not carry the day.
Even
as far as we are a united family.
Even if Adebayo Shitu, Barrister Bayo Shitu.
There is no candidate presented by the party in Oyo State that will not win election. So far, we are a united
You
family.
mentioned Senator Sharafadin Ali. In the history of Oyo South Senatorial District,
Yes.
no senator has run 2 terms in that senatorial district.
Okay.
Is that going to be the same with Senator Sharafadin Ali? Will he be stepping down as senator representing Oyo South, or will he still go for a 2nd term? Or is there going to be a minister senator and minister for Senate, then Oloye for Senate? Is that what we are seeing as reports are having it?
You know, my Egbo, Senator Sharafadin Ali is doing a wonderful work. And I know his federal senatorial district will want him to continue.
But,
That I know.
But
The decision lies with him. His decision, whether he wants to. You see, when somebody is doing well, you even wish him, some of us.
you see, you are responding like a politician that
you
you
wish
are.
You wish him a higher office.
You are
That
responding
is
like
why
a
the
politician
speculations.
that you are.
That's
Honorable
why.
Lanre
That's why the
Ijebuodu.
speculations in public. I'm not surprised. People
Are
are
these-
wishing him a higher office. But if his senatorial district still want him to continue, the decision lies with him. He will be at a cross on two river ends.
I'll still have you back for us to discuss more about the intrigues and the dynamics of the Oyo APC candidacy and all the aspirants. We'll take them one after the other. You are an inside man in the Oyo APC, and then you are answering questions like the politician that you are. I put you on the spot, but you evaded it.
No,
If there was going to be a consensus and you were to choose, who would be your candidate?
I am telling you that Oyo State APC will present the
I'm not
best.
talking about the Oyo State APC. I'm talking about Honorable
Mind
Lanre
you,
Ijebuodu.
mind you, the meaning of consensus is a collective
agreement.
collective agreement.
So if you were to chair that collective agreement,
it won't, even our leaders will not be one sole person that we design. But I am very certain and I'm sure that Oyo State APC will present the best candidate. We have numerous candidates that are qualified from A to Z.
you're also
but we
running
will
for,
present the best.
You're also running for the State House of Assembly.
Oyo State House of Assembly,
So
Ibadan North
when the time
constituency.
comes, I should engage you and other aspirants. Or
Definitely,
candidates
I'll
in a
welcome
debate.
that. I'll welcome
We'll have a debate because Oyo North is a commercial hub.
We
it's
are,
an educational
Oyo North is the
Ibadan North, I beg
I mean Ibadan North constituency 2. We are the real pace setter because we are the most elitist local government, and we are the luckiest, one of the luckiest few local government that has produced federal constituency. So you can see how important. That's where we have the seat of the government. That's where you have the first university. That's where you have the first radio, television. That's where you have polytechnic. Quite a number that has made Ibadan North #1 in local government in Oyo State.
We'll discuss more about Ibadan North and about the APC in coming days. Thank you, Honorable Larry Jinadu, for joining us this morning on the agenda. And thank you, dear audience, for being there. That's all for today on the edition of the agenda. Join us next time for more pressing discussions. I am Chike Ubogu. Have a great day and bye for now.